Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here, along with my boy Marley Bets, getting ready to get it in with this college basketball for today, Wednesday, Hump Day, February 10th. How you feeling, Marley?
Man, I am feeling A-OK after the day I had yesterday overall. You know, feeling even a little better now.
Well, let's go ahead and get on that. Let's talk about that. How'd you do? How'd you do yesterday? And then I can kind of talk about how I did. You know what I'm saying? To
Okay.
go ahead and get these links shared out to the people.
Okay. Well, overall, in college, this is the college show, so I'm gonna start with the college game plays I did. We took West Virginia plus the 6. I think we called it at 6.5 actually. And we caught that win. They actually won outright. I was a little wish I would have dropped something on that money line, but we'll take the win when we can get the win all day. I'm pretty sure you rolled with me on that play. Let me look over my notes real quick. If I'm not mistaken. Oh nah, you didn't ride with me on that one, but you came with James Madison. That was your first play, and you
talking
covered
about
that.
that West Virginia?
Yeah. I thought
Yeah. I had a lean. That's a little
right.
small lean that I was like,
That's what I
yeah.
wrote down. I wrote down. But
But you,
then we followed up James Madison. We followed up West Virginia with St. John's, who let us down after going up by 16 in the first half with a major collapse at the end. I just don't know offensively, man. In the half court, like the last 3 minutes of the game, I don't know what was the game plan, what they was doing. They just got real stagnant. Only one person was going to the goal, and it just didn't. They just I don't know. They just gave away that game to Butler. Aaron Thompson played phenomenal for Butler. Not to take nothing away from him, man. He was dishing the shit out the ball. But we killed NBA, went 4-0. So undefeated NBA yesterday. We had I had Jazz -7. We had the under in the Warriors and the Spurs. I also had Pelicans -6, and we took Philly -5, clean the board on that. So overall, man, I had a 5-1 day. So I had a pretty good goddamn day.
that's good. That's good. Well, to kind of just piggyback off of you, um, yeah, I think I went 2-1.
Yes, my sir, my good fella. Yeah, you went 2-1. You had James Madison -5. I can't remember the final score, but it wasn't close. They covered that pretty easy from what I do remember looking at it. Squeaked out a win in Arkansas at Kentucky. You had +1, but they won outright by 1. At the end, came down to the end. I think he hit a was it a
Some free
3?
throw shots. It's
Free throw, right. Free throw. Go ahead.
ice
Two go ahead
veins
free
are ice
throws to ice the
cold,
game.
baby.
Right. And then you ended the night with St. John's with me. Man, I don't know how we lose that game after being up 16
In the second half.
in some kind of way we lost that game still. But so you went 2-1 for the day. I went 1-1 in college. You went 2-1 overall. I went 5-1 overall. So man, at the end of the day, we still had a pretty good goddamn day. Still made whoever listened to us and took our advice should have made boy some money yesterday. So
Yeah. That Kentucky Arkansas game was definitely close. But we got out with the victory. So St. John's, they fell apart. Watching that game, I was kind of damn. That honestly, that should have been the game. I should have just took the first half on. But overall this week you're 3-2 on college basketball. Yesterday you went 4-0. I forgot what you did Monday.
I didn't have many plays Monday in college basketball. I mean in NFL. I mean shit. NBA.
Yeah, nah, I get it.
Yesterday was total for everything. 4-0. 4-0 was all my basketball plays for the week so far.
Okay. So what was I
So that
gonna
put
say?
me at 7-2 overall for the week.
Yeah, so we doing pretty good. You were 7-2 just overall on your picks.
No, for the week, yeah. You said I'm
Yeah.
3-2 for college overall.
All right, all right. Well, you
And
looking
then
good, man. You looking good there, player.
yeah, we'll take it. You said I'm 3-2 overall in college this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you add the 4 wins, that put me at 7-2. I'll take it.
Well, let's get right into it, man. We got 2 hours to these games kick off. We only got 4 games we're going to cover. I got 2 official plays that I'm going to do for today. You got 3. I definitely may agree with you on 1. You got 4 plays you're going to do?
Yeah, I just
Do we
decided
have
I'm
all?
gonna add it.
What game?
Shit. I just added I'm gonna add the well, we're gonna cover the game, the Virginia Georgia Tech game.
Okay, so you do want to go ahead with that, huh?
Yeah, we can talk about it in the open mic if it's not on the banner. That's fine. Because I told
No,
you
it's
I
all
wasn't.
good. It's all good. It's all good, G. It's all good. Okay. Well, let's get right into it. Real quick here. We got a 6 o'clock Central Standard Time game. Wichita State traveling to Central Florida to take on the Golden Knights. Wichita State opened up as a -1 favorite. The total was 141.5. Right now it's at -2, still in the favor of Wichita State. And the total hasn't moved a notch at all. Get to these actual factuals. Wichita State 11-4 on the year, 6-1 against the spread, while Central Florida having a terrible year. They're 5-9, 6-8 against the spread. Check out these injury reports right now. Probable for tonight, Pooh Bear Chandler for Wichita State, which is he's dealing with some personal issues right now. He is their big man down low. While Central Florida, they got a couple of guys who've been out all year. DeMumbai, I know I'm butchering that name, and T. Johnson Jr. Wichita State's coming off a 70-67 victory over Temple, 75-67 victory over Tulane, and a 93-88 overtime victory against Central Florida to go on a 3-game winning streak. While Central Florida, in the last 10 games, man, they're only 2-8. Their victory against Tulsa was 65-58. And then before that, they lost back-to-backs to Memphis. With Wichita State's East Carolina, they've got a victory versus East Carolina, but all the other teams, they pretty much have shit at the bed. Get to these actual factions. Wichita State's 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games. They're 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games. They're 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games against Central Florida. They're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. 10-2 straight up in this season. 5-1 straight up against American Conference opponents. They're 3-8-1 against the spread in the month of February, and the total's gone over 6 out of the last 8 times when playing as a favorite. Central Florida, they are 3-7 against the spread this season. In the last 10 games, the over has gone 5 out of the last 7 games. They're 2-8 straight up in the last 10 games. They're 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games at home, though. 3-8 straight up in the last 11 games. 2-8 straight up in the last 10 games against American Conference. They're 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games in February. And the total has gone over 6 out of the last 9 games playing as an underdog. Wichita State Shockers versus Central Florida Knights. What you got, Marley?
This is one of the plays I made last night. I took Wichita State -1.5. And I kind of they've been. I don't want to necessarily say they've been rolling lately, but they have been playing good basketball. I think they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the last 8 games, including the win over Ole Miss, who's been playing pretty good basketball, as we're gonna talk about later. They had a close loss to Oklahoma State, 3-point loss, and then they got blew out by Mizzou by 10. But I think Mizzou is the top. Obviously, Mizzou is the top 10 team. And on the other side, I don't know much about USF, but I know the last 2 weeks that we've talked about opponents that they've been playing. I just remember you saying UCF suck. So, so I'm fading UCF, and I think this team has been hot lately. Like I said, they've won 6 out of the last 10 games. They're 11-4 in the conference. Etienne is averaging 18 points a game. He's the top dog. He's the guard that's coming out of there with 3 assists. He's the leading scorer by far. I'm just gonna ride him tonight, and I'm on Wichita State.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Central Florida definitely hasn't been playing good this season. Wichita State, they're 11-4. They're still one of the top guys in the American Conference, though they are kind of down this year. They don't have as many shooters, but I just don't see Central Florida. The line is definitely fishy.
Fishy.
It's low-hanging fruit for a lot of people. There's a term we like to hang, but I'm going to ride this wave. I've seen Central Florida play time and time again. They're 2-8 in the last 10 games. You know, this line is like this for a simple reason that Pooh Bear Chandler might be out today, but because they took him to overtime when they went on the road against the Shockers.
Right.
So
Right.
I think this is I think Wichita State is definitely undervalued. I think this is a great play. Honestly, this is probably just going to be my main play that I'm probably about to go put like 500 on them. Because I need it. I need it right now. You feel me? So this is definitely my official play. Wichita State -1.5. Right now, some spots got it at 2, 2.5. You know, the spot that I'm about to head to, you know, they got it at 1.5. So I'm about to head over there. As soon as we finish this video up and place it on the Shockers, sit back, barbecue some burgers with my son, and we go chill and watch this game. So write it down, Wichita State. The Shockers, the Shockmaster.
Shocker.
-1.5, even if it's at 2, jump on the 2. But I'm taking, you know, honestly, why even stress? Just take Wichita State's money line and relax. Just take a money line and relax for the day, people. And let's continue to get this money. All right. No games, no gimmicks. We don't need no foul troubles, none of that. Let's just get the victory. Though I think they'll cover this spread by 7. Let's just get the victory and get the hell out of there.
I got you. Put me down for the thing.
Let's move on to the next game. Oh, we got a comment real quick to see.
Tex, he got me 6,000. Oh man, something about some Cash App shit.
Nah, get the fuck out of here, dude. All right. Let's get to the next game. Here we go. Georgia Bulldogs taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee opened up as a -12 favorite, and the total is 139.5. Right now, you can catch that line at -12.5. The total's at 141. Right now, Georgia Bulldogs are quiet 12-6, 9-8 against the spread, while the Volunteers are inconsistent 13-4 this year, 10-7 against the spread. Giving up a big-time lead against Ole Miss the last time I saw these guys play. Injury report for the Bulldogs. Brown, he is questionable tonight's game, while Walker Jr., he is still questionable for tonight's game. It's undisclosed, so we don't know what the hell's going on. Georgia, they're on a 3-game winning streak right now with victories over Miss. Ole Miss, who's playing good ball right now, Auburn and Vanderbilt, while Tennessee, they bounced back against a very down and poor and a very selfish Kentucky team, 82-71. Before that, they lost to Ole Miss 52-50 when they were up big at halftime, and they just let that fall away. Get to these actual factuals for UGA. The under has hit 4 out of the last 6. They're 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games, 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games against Tennessee, 6-2 straight up in the last 8 games against Tennessee, 3-13 straight up in the last 16 games on the road against Tennessee, 12-6 straight up this season, 10-5 against the spread in the last 15 games in the month of February. Let's get to the Volunteers. They're 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games, 13-4 straight up in the last 17 games, 10-2 straight up in the last 12 games at home. They're 13-3 straight up at home versus Georgia, but they're 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing against the SEC opponent, and they're 5-11 against the spread in the last 16 games during February. I'm off this game. UGA, Tennessee. What you got, Marley?
This was one of the games I told you that I wanted. I'm on Georgia plus the 12. I just think it's too many points for an inconsistent Tennessee team, like you said. And actually, this Georgia team beat them last time they played each other. If I'm not mistaken, I'll give you the exact score here. 1 second. 80-63. January 15th. So that wasn't that long ago. I give Tennessee probably the revenge factor. I think they'll probably even win the game. But the way this Georgia team has been playing, 12 points is just way too many points for me. Like you said, this Tennessee team is inconsistent. They blew out a selfish, underachieving UConn team. Lost to Mississippi. Beat Kansas. We all know what we think about Kansas. Then Mississippi State, another win for them that they squeaked by and lost to Mizzou. So, like you said, this Georgia team just beat Ole Miss, just beat a good Auburn team, and squawked by a Vandy team. But I'll take the 12.5 points for sure. So I'm on Georgia plus 12.5.
Okay. I definitely don't have a play in this game. If I were to make a lean, I would probably take Georgia first half. Tennessee does play good in the first half, but if I was to make a small lean, this would definitely be a first half play. I feel good, confident about your 12.5. Tennessee, they've just been inconsistent. I haven't seen them play. I've only seen them play a full game, and that was during the Big 12 SEC Challenge. I forgot who they played, but that's the only time I've really seen them just.
They played.
Were they playing Kansas? And Kansas
is
trash. I think it was
They
Kansas.
played Kansas. They blew. That game was over first couple minutes.
Yeah, they blew the doors on them. But I agree with you. I would lean towards Georgia plus the points right here. Let's get on to the next. Say that again.
I just think it's too many points.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Let's get to the next game, folks. And I know they did us wrong last time, but hey, man, everybody deserves a second chance. Houston minus 13 traveling against South Florida, where the total is 128.5. Excuse me, it opened up minus 13. Right now it's at minus 12.5. The total is at 129. Now, there were some spots that had this bad boy at 11.5. That was earlier today and late last night. But ever since then, the line has been going back and forth between 12.5 and 13. The Cougars, they're still red hot, though they had a little slip up against East Carolina on the road. The Cougars are 16-2 on the year, 13-5 against the spread, while the South Florida Bulls, they're 7-5 on the year, 5-6 against the spread. Now, you can definitely see there they haven't been playing a lot of games, and I'm going to get to that shortly. Houston, White Jr., he's still out for the whole year, while Murphy, he is probable for South Florida. The Cougars, they coming off a 112-46 victory against some school called Lady something. I saw the game a little bit, and I was just like, I've never heard of these guys. While South Florida's coming off a 69-63 victory against the team that beat U of H last week, East Carolina. Get to these actual factuals. The Cougars are 7-1 against the spread in the last 8 games. The total's gone over 5 out of the last 7. They're 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games. 5-1-1 against the spread in the last 7 games against South Florida. 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games against South Florida. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games when playing on the road against South Florida. 16-2 straight up in the last 18 games on the road. In the last 18 games this season. 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games when going against the American Conference. South Florida, these guys are 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games. They're 6-3 straight up in the last 9 games. They're 5-2 straight up in the last 7. 0-5 straight up in the last 5 games when playing at home against Houston. 5-2 against the spread when going against American Conference opponents in the last 7. And they're 5-3 against the spread when playing on a Wednesday in the last 18 games at home. Houston Cougars, South Florida. Marley, you got anything before I tackle down on this?
No, U of H first half, U of H full game. Those would be my two leans. I didn't make an official play. Won't make one. My official plays are most of the time are plays that I've actually made bets on. So since I didn't make a play on this game, but I won't give an official play. But if you're not taking U of H at any point in this game, first half or full game, I don't know what you're doing. I don't think this will be close. This could be a 20-point ball game. USF isn't they're not a good basketball team right now. I know they beat ECU, but I just really think they beat ECU. ECU was coming off a high. You know, they felt good about U of H. They played Memphis tough and probably thought that they were just finna beat the shit out of South Florida and caught them slipping. But yeah, if you're not on U of H, I don't know what you're doing.
South Florida, they haven't played a game since the first week of January. They are very light in the ass as far as playing experience this season. This year, 2021, they haven't played in over three weeks.
Oh man, they've only played 12 games, period.
So, looking at that, looking how U of H slipped up against East Carolina, they're still trying to make a statement that they are a number one seed team in the conference. I see them coming out angry. Now, keep this in mind. The last game that U of H played, they did not start a single starter. They all sat out, and the backups got in. So those guys, they got a little bit more rest. They got a little bit more time to think about that ass whooping that ECU handed to them. So I think they come out, take care of business today. My official play, you know me, we got caught slipping last week, but before that, we've been riding the train tough. I'm gonna take U of H first half -7.5. Book it. You could take the points for the full game as well. I just don't see U of H taking a foot off the gas today. And this is another big play. It's between this and then Wichita that I want to go and drop a band. Whatever I do, if I decide to do online, then I'm probably going to do a rolling there. If I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I want to do right now. My heart is telling me take U of H because I've been seeing them consistency, but I've been seeing Central Florida a lot too this year, and I think they're trash. So these are my two official plays for the day. I'm definitely going to back U of H -7 for the first half, but for everybody who's watching, don't be nervous about that 13. I think they're going to cover that 13. I think they can win this game by 20. But first half is my play. I'm still riding this train.
Yes, sir. I agree. This could be a 20-point game. Easy.
Hey, man, y'all be sure to like, subscribe, follow us. Yesterday, so far this week, I'm 6-1. Marley's 4-0. He went 4-0 on NBA yesterday. But y'all, a lot of times these videos don't come out. Y'all got to follow us. A lot of times I don't post our play. Yesterday, I didn't post our actual picks. But there was some money to be made yesterday.
I didn't post mine either on Twitter or nothing.
Yeah, so man, if you don't mind, just share, comment, follow us on all of our platforms because we give out different picks on all of them. Let's get to the last game. Well, not the last game, but the last game that I have up before you hit me with the new one. Mizzou, top number 10 team in the country, going up against Ole Miss, a hot team in the country in the SEC for all that matters. Mizzou opened up as a -1 favorite. The total is 131.5, and right now that total is at 133. And the line has flipped. You got Ole Miss -2.5. Man, this line is steady going up because it wasn't crazy. I saw it earlier. It was at -1 from Ole Miss. And now it's at 2.5. Some spots got it even at 3.5. I know if I look on my book, he's probably going to have it at 3.5 because he likes to juice his line. Get to these actual factuals. Mizzou Tigers 13-3, 10-6 against the spread, while Ole Miss are 10-8, 9-9 against the spread. Any major injuries right now? Pickett, he is probable for today's game for Mizzou, while Ole Miss, White, he is upgraded to probable for today's game. For Cy, he is out for today's game, and Buffin is questionable for today's game as well. He's dealing with some personal issues. Mizzou's on a 3-game winning streak coming against TCU, UK, and Bama. Alabama's a pretty good team this year. They've been playing good ball. While Ole Miss, they're coming off a very competitive overtime victory against Auburn. I saw that game come all the way down to the wire. They won 86-84, and they beat Tennessee. They came back. So in both of these games, they really came back and beat Tennessee 52-50. Mizzou, they're 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games. The overs hit 5 out of the last 6. They're 6-1 in the last 7. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. 2-12 straight up in the last 14 games against Ole Miss. They're 5-11 in the last 16 games on the road. 1-6 straight up in the last 7 games when playing on the road against Mississippi. And they're 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when going against the SEC opponent, and 7-2 against the spread in the last 9 in February. Actual factuals for Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they are 4-2 against the spread. The unders hit 5 out of the last 6 games. They're 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games. They are 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games when playing at home against Mizzou. The unders hit 15 out of the last 18. They're 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games against SEC opponents, but they're 9-3 against the spread in the last 12 games played in February, and 10-4 straight up in the last 14 games played on a Wednesday. Ole Miss hosting the Missouri Tigers. What you got, Marley?
This is another game I jumped on last night. Wish I would have waited and caught it at 2. Probably gonna go double back, and I want what LJ say. I want Mizzou. I like Sam Houston instead of Drake. I like Mizzou money line here. Mizzou is just I think they're the overall better team. I do agree with I understand Ole Miss is hot right now. They beat a damn good Alabama team. But for me right now, Mizzou is 7-3 in their last 10 games, bro. 4 of the 5 starters are averaging double figures. Pinson is averaging 14. Smith is averaging 14. Tillman is averaging 13. Not only is he giving you 13, he's giving you 7 boards from the guard position. They run all guards and 1 forward. And so with that being alone, and they just beat a tough Alabama team. They've been tested. I think you put me on this Mizzou team when they played Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, a few weeks back. And not Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee the first time, not this last time they played them, because they played them twice because they're in the same conference. But that the first time they played them and they went in Tennessee and beat them. And I've been kind of following them since. And ever since that game, like I said, they've only lost 2 games. They're 7-3 over their last 10 games. And I like this team. And so I saw it last night. I took it last night. I'll probably double back. You said the line is at +1.5. I'm on the money line. Yeah, I'm gonna recommend the money line. Take the 1.5, I guess, but I feel like the plus money is where it's at right now. So I'm on the money line, Mizzou.
All right. Yeah, if I would, this has trap written all over it, but I mean, Ole Miss, 2 back-to-back emotional comeback from behind victories. Do they lay an egg for tonight's game? So both teams are on a little streak. Mizzou, they got a lottery pick over there. Ole Miss, they got some ballers. I can't forget the kid's name, but he has the face disease. He's balling, man. I forgot his name, but he was balling in these last 2 games. It was a beater to provide a victory for Ole Miss when they went against Auburn. I actually took Auburn. I took Auburn in my betting in that game, and he bust my ass. So
you talk about Schuler.
Say what?
His name's Schuler.
Yeah, shit, he goddamn is a shooter. Shit, he been hitting some wet. But if I wasn't making lean, I'd definitely take. I gotta go with the lottery pick. I'll take Mizzou. But man, this got trap written all over it. The question is, who's the trap?
Got the face disease.
That's fucked up, huh? I can't
Villalago?
think.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
I don't know what
Villalago.
it is off the top of my head, but you know the young man. He's a baller.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Devontae Shuler.
Yeah,
He got Villalago.
that guy. Whatever. Hey man, go make your millions in the league, bro. I'm rooting for you.
Like a
All right,
motherfucker.
let's get to this last game. I don't have my statistics pulled up.
I got it. Hold
Um,
on. I got you. Don't worry about it. Give me 2 seconds. I know
but
I kind of threw this one on you last minute, so it's cool. I got it right here if you whenever you're ready. Or if you want me to just reel it off, I will.
I got you. I just pulled it up. I just had closed my web. Uh, Virginia Cavaliers traveling against a very scary Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets team. VA, they are 13-3 on the year, 8-7-1 against the spread. While the Jackets, they are 9-6 on the year, 7-8 against the spread. This line opened up in favor of UVA -2.5, and right now it's at -4 as a consensus. Injury reports: Statman, he is out today for UVA, while Shredrick, he is questionable for today's game as well. Maxwell, he's out 4 to 5 weeks, so that injury happened a couple of weeks ago for G Tech. Last 10 games, UVA 9-1. Only victory coming against that upset loss against V Tech. But they got back-to-back victories against Pitt and NC State. G Tech, they got an 82-80 victory over Notre Dame, but before that, they dropped 74-58 against Louisville. I think we took G Tech as an official play on that one too, and then they bit us in the ass. Get to these actual matches for you guys. The total's gone over 5 out of the last 7. The UVA, they are 9-1 straight up last 9 games. They're 12-5 against the spread in the last 17 games against G Tech. 7-0 straight up last 7 games against Georgia Tech. They're 8-1 straight up in the last 9 road games. 7-1 against the spread in the last 9 road games against G Tech. And they are 5-1 against the spread in the last 7 games in the month of February. G Tech, the overs hit 4 out of the last 6. They're 7-3 straight up in the last 10 games. There are 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games at home. Now that's the thing; they do play good ball at home. It's something different about that.
Something about it. You're right.
Yeah, 2-7 against the spread in the last 9 games when playing at home. 9-4 straight up in the last 13 games this season. They're 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 games against ACC opponents. And the total has hit under 14 in the last 20 games when they're playing at home on a Wednesday. UVA versus G Tech. I'm off this game because I don't like UVA. What you got, Marlon?
I don't know why you don't like UVA.
I don't like I don't like the way they play basketball, man. It was one game I took, bro. It was one game I took that they couldn't score, man. They had no offensive identity, but ever since then they turned it up. They went on a streak against
I will say this: if they get down, it's hard for them to come back if they're down by a lot. But I like them because they play fucking defense, bro. So even if they shots not falling, like you got to be on your shit because they D'ing up regardless. Like they're playing defense. So for me, I fucking love that shit. And I think so. This is my thing, and this is why I'm on Virginia. Like you said, this is our perfect trap game written all over it, right? I think it would be perfect trap game if Georgia Tech didn't play them so close at home. So Virginia Tech is not coming. I mean, Virginia is not coming in here thinking it's going to be an easy win. They're coming to play. They know they got to play because this team almost went into Virginia a couple weeks ago and snuck out a win. I see you Greens means go because I'm with you. Virginia outclasses Georgia Tech today because I think just period, Virginia is the better team. Just period. So now you got the better team that's on the road that knows the other team is not to be fucked with or to be played around with, so to speak. Like they just played them tough, so it's no surprises. I think they go come in. I think they go put the clamps on them. To be honest with you, I'm taking the -4. I don't think this game will be as close as it was the previous game, 2-point win. I think it'll be a little bit further. I'm thinking 6, maybe even 7. I think first half is close early because Georgia Tech is going to be, they're not going to be scared. They just came out and played them. But I just think, like my man said, I don't think he can say it any better. That's the perfect word. They get outclassed tonight by this Virginia team. And I took it last night before that's one of the other games that I took that I saw. I try to catch the line and sometimes get the better of the line when you catch it overnight. So I took Virginia. I agree with you. This Georgia team plays completely different at home. Their last 2 wins at home, last 3 losses, or the last 3 games they played on the road. They're 2-5 over the last 5 games. So when they go on the road, they suck. When they play at home, they play better. I just think at home, I don't think Virginia's going to overlook them. So your boy, I like that before and 0 in the NBA. So you need to put 7-2 overall, man. Hook your boy out. I don't like that 3-2 standing out like that, man. Put 7-2 overall for your boy, man. Don't do me like that. But now, but I'm on Virginia, man. That's my official play. Virginia -4. I called it last night. And I'm riding with it, man. I think I don't say that's the best play. I got 2 tough plays tonight, man. Missouri and UGA, but I ain't running from it, man. I ain't running from it.
All right. So that's your official play?
Official.
Okay, so just do a recap for the people. Wichita State, I got Wichita State money line against Central Florida. Marley has UGA plus 12.5 against Tennessee. I have U of H minus 7.5 for the first half. And I'm telling y'all, give me 3 plays. I will take U of H to cover minus 12.5 official play. Marley has Mizzou money line, and he also has UVA -4. Hey guys, be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on whatever platform you're on. We're on Facebook, Instagram. 6-1 this week in college basketball. Marley's 3-2, but 4-0 again in the NBA. I had my 4-0 day Monday in college basketball, so we trying to make some money. We're definitely having a good week. You guys be sure to we about to get to the open mic. Let's go ahead and get to the open mic because Mean Green, he wants to know about the Iowa game. What you think about that Iowa game?
Man, you know how I feel about Rutgers. Rutgers is one of the teams I kind of been following all season. Early, I felt like I knew when to fade, when to ride. Right now, I love them as home dogs. I'm only scared because, damn, Iowa got to bounce back, right? Like, if we think Iowa is what we thought they were initially, they're due for a bounce back. But fucking Rutgers, man, is playing so good right now that I was scared to fade it. I'm scared to fade. I would take the Rutgers plus the 6.5 before I take Iowa minus 6.5. My lean would definitely be toward Rutgers. The only thing that fucking pisses me off about Rutgers is they can't make free throws, bro. Like, and that shit is crucial at the end of a game. Like, if you can't make free throws, you got the lead or trying to get the lead, you can't even, as a team, their free throw percentage just fucking sucks, man. And that's fucking scary. So CB Frederick might play tonight. Yeah, let me check I have to look at the injury report. I'm just scared of I'm scared of Iowa, and Iowa's playing like shit right now. On top of everything else, they're not even playing good basketball. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Iowa right now. Outside of Garza,
it's that point of the season, man. That when and for everybody who's played sports, and this has been a very tough year for everybody. But it's that part of the season when you just come out on fire. And then you're getting to that point where you just kind of get stagnant and, you're just kind of like, damn, I got practice, we got to travel, you know what I'm saying? So and these are kids, we still talking about, they're kids. So, and even for my high school that I coached for, even as coaches, you just go through that to where you're towards that part of the year that you're just like, fuck, man, I'm kind of tired of I'm kind of waiting for it to be over. But I mean, shit, you got 3 weeks, and then it's March Madness, so.
I got Frederick as questionable still. I don't have a ruling on him. Frederick plays for Iowa. If anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, and even still though, I mean, even with Frederick's out, man, he's only giving you 8. I'm not saying I'm not lowering his importance based off his points, but you still got Garza and Wieskamp. How you say his name? Wieskamp. I think he's been back too for a couple. I'm scared of the 6. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm scared of that 6. I'm scared of it. And Rutgers is on a 4-game win streak. Ooh, I'm scared of that, man. I'm scared of it.
Man, if I was to make a play, I think the play would definitely be first half Iowa. So if it's at 6.5 right now, it's probably at -4. Let me see real quick. I would take that. I'll take that first half Iowa, if anything. If Frederick is playing, if he's not playing, I will definitely back off on this game. Let me just see real quick what the first half line is. Go ahead.
Rutgers has just been playing too fucking. Bro, they got on the road.
That's your squad. That's your squad too, man. You
and at home. I know. That's why I'm not. I wouldn't fade them right now. I wouldn't. I have to see them lose a game or two, cause man, they hot. They hot right now. On the road at Indiana, blow out Michigan State at home. Go on the road, Northwestern. Not really a good team. At home, take care of Minnesota. Minnesota's better at home than they are on the road, but still. And Iowa just lost to this Indiana team. Now they did lose to Ohio State. I'll give them that. That's a tough loss. Shit, they lost to Indiana both times. Like I don't know.
Indiana's not a bad team though, man. They're pretty good.
Indiana is a decent team. Rutgers
Big Ten is pretty tough this season, man. They got.
That's why I'm giving Rutgers credit for going into Indiana and beating Indiana. So that's why I'm like, I'm not fading Rutgers, because even if they lose, I don't know if they lose by 7.
If yeah, and I was gonna say that, you know, they depth. But if I can you see me, because my computer kind of froze? I can't.
Yeah, you good.
If Frederick's playing, I'll take Iowa -3.5. You know, I think they come out on fire with those threes today. Luka Garza, man, he's starting to fall off the rails, man. So he got to get his shit back together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, they're 0-5 in their last 5 games ATS. So
who?
Iowa.
Hey man, I'm just talking about the first half. Let's get that first half. Let's get in and get out. Get in and get out, but I stayed away. Look, man, my motto today is I need some bread and I want it easily. So that's why I just like give me 2. I jumped on 3. Give me Wichita. I'm gonna take that low hanging fruit. Give me U of H first half. Give me U of H full game, and I'm chilling. Cause it's a lot of games today. Like for instance, that UConn and Providence. Y'all know I follow that Big East. UConn. I mean, Providence is my squad, but I'm just scared, man. Like it's too much. It's too many scary games out there today. That's why I just want to keep the picks to a minimum. Try to go 3-0. Was trying to go 2-0, but man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I want my record to stay good. But I definitely want yours to get up there. But yeah, I'm nervous, dog. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Did I get 3 plays today or 4?
You got UGA, you got Mizzou,
and
you got
UGA, UVA.
You didn't do nothing for Wichita State?
Yeah, I thought I said money line. I mean, I took it personally.
So we both on that money line.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
I gave 4 plays. I said I wasn't doing that no more. 4 plays.
Hey, y'all be sure to like, subscribe, follow us. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We were at 2,000 and they took our shit down. Facebook. We steady been growing our Facebook and all the chats, man. Shout out to everybody that's been joining us. Yeah. I like Providence, man. Around this
Providence
time, this
up
is
right
when
now.
Providence was up.
They up right now, 61-55 with 2.5 minutes left.
Who?
Providence.
What's the score?
61-55.
See, dog.
2.5
Them my
minutes
boys
left.
too. Them my boys too, dog.
And look, we talked about San Francisco last night. Hova, what's up, Mikey? And I wanted to take that San Francisco Pepperdine, dog. And they first half, San Francisco 35, Pepperdine 25. Easy money.
Yeah. Well, hey man. Well, are you doing your NBA video today?
Yeah, I hope so. I gotta see if
Mikey, what time you get off today, Mikey? Shit, man. Mean Greens. Tell Mean Green hop on. Send that boy to somebody. Shit.
I gotta hit my boy LJ. See if he got time. My boy Trey counseled on me again. So
well, that's
might just jump on and get my personal plays for 10, 15 minutes or so. We'll see.
All right. Well, hey man, that's today's show. We appreciate you guys, pulling up on us and hanging out. You expect the video from 2:00 to 4:00. We gonna go live.
Mikey
he
say he
got
out.
shit going, I got shit going, but we gonna go live before these real games come. The only time we'll go earlier than that is if it's a game that we both like that come on like at 1:00 in Central Time.
At one point we gonna have a motherfucking time frame. At some point we gonna give y'all a time frame like 3:00 every day. We just give us time, man. We still got fucking kids and life and.
Look, LJ said he can do it, and
Mikey said he can do it. Mikey said he off. All right, I'm gonna put some shit together. Mikey, you home or you need some time?
Hey Mike, I'm about to grill some burgers, bro. So if you want to pull up, and I got some of them Frenchy sausage links too. So I'm about to pull up, place my bet, sip some of this Black Label, and I'm just gonna chill.
Hey, how is that, dog? I be seeing it, but I never grabbed it.
It's smooth, man. It's smooth. It's smooth, man. It's real smooth. You should get you some.
I've been a 1738 nigga lately, and a Douce nigga. But I like to dibble and dabble.
Yeah. Well, we out, y'all. If y'all got anything, man, just hold on. We got one more comment. Oh, Mikey said okay. He just hit him up, and hey, tune into Marley's NBA show, man, with him and LJ and Mikey. If he jumps on, Marley killing it 4-0. He didn't have a plays Monday, but 4-0 NBA right now. So
killing NBA period. I give you at least one undefeated day every week in NBA so far.
That boy Mikey said I need a joint. Some drama must have went down to school. Hey man, we out. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey.